Aberdeen, the heart of Britain's oil and gas production, fuels that still provide 3/4 of the UK's energy. This industry employs 25,000 in this region and 200,000 across the UK. Yet some say Aberdeen needs to change its ways.
Scottish First Minister Humza Yousaf has just unveiled a £25 million grant to help Aberdeen make the transition away from oil and gas. He says that the Granite City, could become the net zero capital of the world.
A fishing port for almost 1,000 years, since North Sea oil was discovered in the 60s, Aberdeen's become Scotland's third biggest city and the oil and gas capital of Europe. But there's change in the air again. The North Sea's already home to the world's largest offshore wind farms, with more to come. The Port of Aberdeen, Britain's oldest company, just spent £400 million building this quayside to help construct and service offshore wind turbines. The facility is also used to maintain and decommission drilling rigs, part of the transition from oil and gas to renewables.
Well, we will continue to support our partners in the oil and gas sector, but increasingly we will see more work focused on wind and the construction of those wind farms. We will also have a part to play in the hydrogen economy as that gathers pace, whether it's storing hydrogen here for marine use or for onshore use, or indeed exporting hydrogen across the North Sea to European countries.
But despite the undoubted potential of North Sea wind, many local businesses say the shift away from oil and gas is happening too fast.
Right now there are not the jobs available at scale in the renewable sector, so if you accelerate the decline of the oil and gas sector, these workers are going to go elsewhere in the world, and when they're needed here, they're not going to be here, they'll be working elsewhere. So we need to extend the life of the oil and gas sector for two reasons. We need to keep these skilled people in jobs in the UK, but we also need it to provide energy security for the UK.
European leaders recently pledged to turn the North Sea into what they call the green power plant of Europe, building wind farms to provide enough electricity for 300 million households, more than the EU's entire population. Brussels wants to drive this dash for renewables, away from oil and gas.
The European Commission will help to deliver on these targets.
Back in one of Aberdeen's numerous golf clubs, the locals aren't impressed.
I've worked in oil and gas all my life, and for the young ones up and coming, I think it's an absolute disgrace what's happening.
The people will leave the oil and gas industry and they won't get the money that they thought they were going to get in the first place.
If they close the oil and gas down, we've got nothing left here.
This green revolution is coming, and with it, new opportunities for Aberdeen, but undoubted nervousness too. Liam Halligan, GB News, in Aberdeen.